Hey, what's up, everybody? True Boxing here. Thank you for coming back to Get Hit with the Truth. So today we're doing the top 5 reports. This is the reports I'm doing on each weight class from 122 all the way to heavyweight as I update and give news on my top 5 fighters in each division. This is going to be on the 154-pound super welterweight division. Before we jump into that, guys, if you could smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate any and all support that I can get. Just trying to beef my channel up, and any kind of love you guys could show me would be greatly appreciated. So, back to the top 5. So, this division, not a lot of movement in the top 5. A couple guys you can argue and move around and everything. But it's kind of hard to differentiate some of them. So a couple guys have bounced out, like Erickson Lubin. I'm officially ranking him as a middleweight now because he's moving up to the middleweight division. He already has his next fight signed. He wasn't a champion. He has no reason to come back down to 154. So I'm officially ranking him up at 160 now. So I took him out of the top 5. I had him at number 4. And I don't think it's a division, even if he were to struggle or lose, that he'd come back. So I'm confident in moving him up to 150 or 160. So he drops out of it. Tony Harrison dropped out because of his recent loss to Tim Tszyu, in convincing fashion. So we're gonna start off with Magomed Kurbanov, who undefeated contender. I got him number 5 right now. He has wins over Patrick Teixeira. He had a win over Liam Smith, albeit controversial. But, he's moving his way up. Nothing like concrete on any major fight that he's having next, but he's still banging around and undefeated, and hopefully we hear something on him soon. Now, here's where it gets tricky. It's tough to differentiate some of the guys between 2 and 4. I'm locked in on number 1, there's no doubt there. But 2 and 4 is very tough, especially when these guys haven't fought, or one of them has fought and he looked pretty good. So for me, it's kind of up in the air based on what these guys accomplished, how they've done against the best. And I'm just gonna throw it out there that I got Tim Tszyu right there at number 4 following his victory over Tony Harrison. It was a tough win. He had to grind it out. He didn't really struggle in it though. He got jabbed and was, but didn't get counterpunched too much. But he got a clean win over Tony Harrison by a TKO in the late rounds as he became the WBO interim super welterweight champion and now is in line to fight Charlo. The talk is that he's going to get Charlo during the summer. Hopefully by the next top 5 report, we'll have an update on if that fight is going to take place or not, and when it's going to take place. Have a better idea. Number 3 is the undefeated WBC interim champion, Sebastian Fundora. Very tough to separate him and Tszyu right now. It really is. I still got Fundora number 3, not by much. Fundora is returning April 8th, taking on, I think the guy's name is Brian Mendoza. I don't think he's going to have too much trouble with Mendoza. You never know, but I don't think he should have too much trouble. He's just staying busy ahead of somebody wanting to fight him finally, so we'll see. Number 2 is the former WBO champion Brian Castano. I know some people think, well, this guy shouldn't be number 2. He should be 4th behind the 2 interim champs, but those guys would have to become the full champion for me to rank them over Castano. Castano, his 2 fights with Charlo, how competitive and close they were big, and the fact that he also has a draw with Erislandy Lara, who's the middleweight champion of the world. That to me, that goes a long way on top of the decision win that he had over Patrick Teixeira. So, for me, Brian Castano absolutely deserves to be right here, and I still have him there, but I haven't heard much out of him and what he could possibly be doing next. I'm hoping somebody's going to give him an opportunity soon to get back in the ring and get his feet wet again. Maybe he moves to 160. We really don't know, following that knockout loss in the rematch to Charlo last year. And then finally, still number 1, is the undisputed champion, Jermell Charlo. We know Charlo has his eyes on Tim Tszyu now that Tszyu has defeated Tony Harrison. I do think that there's an outside chance, though, that Charlo could instead fight Terrence Bud Crawford. I think Crawford, he is in a good position to jump Tszyu because he's the WBO interim champion right now. And if you are the WBO champion in any weight class, you supersede the mandatory challenger and can move up and challenge for the belt in front of him. So with him being the WBO champion, Terrence Crawford at welterweight, he might be able to do that because Charlo did say he'd welcome a fight with Crawford. So I think Crawford definitely wants to get a fight done against Errol Spence still. That's probably his top priority, but considering how that fight went last year, the negotiations and all that, maybe he'll settle, which isn't really settling, for fighting the unified and undisputed champion, Jermell Charlo, instead. So we'll see what happens. But Charlo definitely, hopefully by the next top 5 report, we have an idea of what he's going to do next with the with the undisputed championship. And that's it. That's what I got. That's the top 5 report on the top 5 fighters in 154-pound super welterweight division. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. I appreciate any and all support. This is True Boxing. You've been hit with the truth.